The presupposition for the day is every behavior has a positive intention. This means you need to skip the behavior and jump on to the intention. Our basal ganglia in the brain always has a positive intention for each behavior. The behavior is on the outside, whereas the intention is from the inside. So it begins with a positivity. Let's understand this from a story. The mother giraffe gives birth to her baby. Soon after the birth, the mother giraffe starts kicking the baby till it stands on its own legs. Of course, it's painful for the mother, and it's equally painful for the baby. There is no strength in the feet of the baby. Yet the mother kicks the baby giraffe, till it is able to stand on its own legs and begins running. Here, the intention is positive, though the behavior sounds a little rude or harsh. Behavior could be right or wrong, acceptable or unacceptable, of course good or bad. Regardless of this, the intention is always positive. This takes us to the next presupposition. Though people are their behaviors, or behavior is the most important part of a person's life, people are not their behaviors. Does it sound very contradictory? Yes, it does. Come, let's understand what it means. When you focus on any person or observe a person, remember to note only the behavior and not label or judge the person, because behavior occurs in the given circumstances at the given point of time, and many factors result into the behavior. It is not necessary that every time the same person behaves in the same way in the given circumstances. An example justifies this presupposition. In Henry Ford's factory, the supervisor always complained about one lead employee. This employee never listened to the orders given by the supervisor, nor did he follow the instructions or do his work obediently. And this was a nuisance value for the supervisor. Every time the supervisor went to correct him, he responded in a negative manner. Finally, tired of this employee, the supervisor went to Henry Ford and said, "Sir, we can no more continue this employee in our organization." And you know what Henry Ford had responded? He said, "I need to bear this nuisance, and you too need to bear the nuisance value of this employee." You know why? Because $1 million idea comes from his brain, and you never know when it will occur. So for us also, friends, we need to bear some behaviors so as to get the best out of the brains around us. There is something concrete behind every behavior. This takes us to another presupposition, which says the meaning of the behavior is dependent on the context in which it is exhibited. But it is also true that every behavior is useful in some context. So whenever we note someone's behavior, we need to check, focus and study the context in which it is exhibited. For example, if I am your trainer and you are the trainee, let's take you give some untoward expression and I feel bad. I feel bad because I feel the behavior that you have expressed is with my response or is for me. Actually, the trainee's behavior could be a result of his own perceptions, his own understanding, or the context in which he is feeling the pain. So, it's important to note the context, study the context and move on to the behavior. Let's take a beautiful routine example. A child has a habit of throwing his toys everywhere around in the room. Now this behavior in the room of his house is not expected. we label this behavior as unacceptable. The same child, when he goes out on the road and some stranger comes and troubles him, he starts throwing his things at him. In this case, the throwing of the toys is a defense mechanism and is acceptable behavior. Now we understand a same behavior in different contexts has a different value. Therefore, the context in which a particular behavior is exhibited is of more importance than the behavior alone. Behavior is a combination of intention, what happens outside, and my understanding of the environment around me. So we will accept people with their behavior.